Hello, I'm Judy Vitale, your astrologer with ReadTheStars.com. This is your weekly horoscopes at work forecast for August the 15th through 21st, 2016. There will be an eclipse of the moon this week. It will take place on Thursday, and it is in the sign of Aquarius. So those of you who have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, in your astrology, also those of you with Taurus, Leo, particularly Leo and Aquarius especially, but also Scorpio. Something out there in the world is going to happen that creates change in your life. Now, we all know, if we study anything that has to do with the spiritual realm, the change is really the only thing that keeps us together. So accepting change, which is not, by the way, Aquarius and Leo's forte, they really like to take change slowly, but this is going to be an abrupt change, something, but it can also be very good. It can be an announcement. It can be an answer that you've been waiting for. And it can also be something that makes you realize a way that you need to change something in your life, whether it's your relationships. But most of the time, it's going to have something to do with a project or some kind of activity that you take part in that involves a group of people or the collective in general. So that's what will be going on mostly this week. We also have a nice inspirational moment with the sun making a trine to Uranus, and that's going to take place on Tuesday. So with that said, let's look at our eclipse week. The eclipse season, the fall eclipse season is upon us, and I said the word fall, and we're starting to feel it a little bit as the planets edge their way into the sign of Virgo, and the weather starts to change a little bit. We get a little bit of rain, the tropical storms kick up, all that stuff. So and by the way, you can always look at an eclipse of the moon without hurting your eyes, unlike a solar eclipse. And if you're in the eastern half of North America, you'll be able to do that. So keep an eye out for it, all right? And you'll just see how the three bodies line up in you. The moon is occluded for a little while. So it's about taking our feelings out of the situation and just allowing change to happen. So let's go through this day by day, as I promised. On Monday, we start off with the Capricorn moon. This is great for business always. People see the big view. They see how things need to be organized and how they can establish their authority about certain things. So that's really good. And the moon will go void, of course, at 10:45 p.m. Eastern time. So those of you on the East Coast, late night activities might be a little bit unpredictable. Those of you in other time zones adjust accordingly. And after the void of course moon, try to avoid making any major purchases and just be open to the idea that the plans you make could change. Okay? Tuesday, the moon moves into Aquarius at 7:52 a.m. and we have the sun trine Uranus going on. This is a really good day for work. It's also a really good day to start to build up that energy toward the eclipse. So start to open up your ideas or the ideas in your mind and how well you can take to change. And I would suggest doing this through meditation or just taking a pause here and there and saying, I'm open to the change that the universe has for me. And you can enjoy it a lot better that way rather than trying to keep the status quo, because that never works. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. So on Tuesday, the moon continues through Aquarius, and on Wednesday also with a Venus trine Pluto situation going on. And this is very good for expressing our feelings and also for hearing about how other people really feel inside themselves about us. So if you're in a love relationship, you might want to make sure that you express your emotions sincerely. And if you're not, you might find out someone's interested in you. So that's Wednesday. Thursday is eclipse day. And you can expect people to be a bit on edge on Wednesday and certainly on Thursday. Because the eclipse actually takes place at 5:26 a.m. Eastern Time. And then the moon goes void, of course. Boom. All of Thursday morning is going to feel very disoriented because the moon will be void, of course. We'll have the eclipse energy. And then the moon goes into Pisces at 12:34 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, with the moon going void, going into Pisces, that just adds to the dreaminess kind of attitude that people will have. So just be sort of like this kind of thing going on Thursday, not terribly productive for us. Friday, very good for imaginative activities because you can use the Pisces moon. By then, you'll adapt a little bit more to the energy of the eclipse and everything. And then there's going to be a special alignment between the moon and Neptune that will allow you to just receive inspiration. So, my whole advice for this week is to just be on receive and accept what change is coming into your life. Saturday and Sunday look like a really pleasant weekend. Oh, goodness, go out and enjoy these last weekends of summer. We'll be really wishing for them in about 6 months' time. So we have a void of course moon on Saturday from 8:21 to 3:18 p.m. Your beach plans might be scrapped, or you might think you have to work and find out you don't, and then you get to go to the beach. Could be either way, so just be open again to whatever might happen. At 3:18 p.m. on Saturday, the moon moves into Aries, and that brings a lot of energy into the situation. Saturday night should be a great night out for everybody, and if you're working, it will be very active as well. Sunday, moon continues in Aries with a nice bit of energy coming in from both Mars and Saturn. So it's great for organizing things, putting together a party, getting one of those last summer cookouts in before we'll be celebrating Labor Day before you know it. And the last thing that the moon does on Sunday is makes a square to Pluto. And so it reminds us of our personal power and how that often comes out of our emotions. So stay in touch with your emotions. Think about what you can do for the greater group this week, and just really do what you can to accept the ways of change and adapt to them, and watch yourself grow and thrive as a result. I will be at Journeys of Life this week from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock on Monday, August 15th. You can call 412-681-8755 for your appointment, or just drop by the store at 810 Bellefonte Street. I'll see you there. And I'm always available to you, either for a short private video reading, $19.95 for a 5 to 7 minute reading that only you and I can see in a video. And you can always reach me for that, for hypnosis, for transpersonal life coaching, and any other way that you feel I can be of help to you at Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.